Welcome, hello, Yasu. Hi, it's me again, Tai, and yeah, today it's about best of Yogi Tea. This will be a new series, as I'm facing this tea every morning, and I will get a little background about that. However, I'm not paid for that, naming this company, so I can tell whatever the heck I want to tell. So but before I get into this, I will introduce a little to those who don't know me yet. My name is Tai Kölner. I'm an author. I'm a black magician. I'm a follower of the draconian path, so I'm a path working the Clifford. I am working with invocations, with divination systems, and overall self-evolvement, if you want so. So this is just a part of what I'm doing. But one thing I never do is regretting about my dark sides, because this is where we also track our power from yeah, while checking on while learning everything you are, not just the sunny sides. So in this case, I will get a little deeper into philosophy in this series because it was just funny to read these labels every morning. So yeah, if you want to stay updated, make sure to subscribe my channel. Usually I'm talking about Clifford work or invocations or philosophy around. Today it's a new series called Best of Yogi Tea. So welcome to Yogi Tea number 1. I need my glasses and you will barely see me with glasses, but this time I have to get my glasses because I will read you something. Um, First of all, as I said, I'm not paid for that. Naming company, what also enables me, I can tell whatever I want to. This is the tea I mean. Some of you who are busy with yogi centers and meditation centers, you will know this tea because this is quite common to get there. I got it because my health stuff, this was a green tea, and I did really love it because it's with guarana. And so you get tein in the morning and guarana, and bet about I get my coffee as well. So this is my hello good morning shot for the morning. Um, However, during some health issues the last time, and that's normal as you grow older, a dear friend of mine did advise me to drink one green tea in the morning every day before even my coffee. And so you got the possibility to get yourself a medical quality or a biologically grown quality. And with this yogi tea, I was yeah, it was quite nice because the guarana extra. Also I got some medical teas here for during the day. So, but this is especially about this yogi tea. You got these little labels on the back, and I will show you this one on one of my teas. When you get it out, you got this labels on your tea, and on the flip side, you always find a little, yeah, note for the day. Sometimes it's quite prophetic. Sometimes it's like a divination system in the morning. Sometimes you just hear me moaning, slapping a facepalm. And this is what brought me to the point. Let's do a best of yogi tea. So let's start with 7 facepalm speakings in this labels. I translate it because they are written in German. So first in the morning, every smile is an instant success. No. I mean, okay, I'm somebody who, if you ask people, I'm a sunshine. I'm a pure sunshine. But there are people you're smiling at and they're really pissed. And it is not always that your smile is melting away the other one you're smiling to. And in that case, you're wasting your energy. So be a little picky. Choose whom you offer your warm smile. Choose whom you want to get into touch with, especially if you're an empath, because you're opening up and you're entering to that person. So every smile is an instant success. I would not tell so. The next one, number 2. When you want that somebody remembers you, don't leave more than love. Okay, but if I make somebody rage as hell, he will remember all his life about me, isn't it? So I think, okay, it is something when you are comfortable, when you're somebody it is pleasing to remember you, they maybe remember you. But if you kick somebody's ass and he is hating you, he also will never get rid of you. So if you want to be remembered, I would say stay unique, not stay handy. Okay, number 3. In your heart, you're always free of worry and happy. Well, if this would be the case, we wouldn't do any shadow works. If that would be a case, we wouldn't have need for any evolvement inside of us. Because if I'm happy like a, like a rabbit on drugs, I don't know. No worries and happy inside my heart always. I don't know. I think most of people can't tell so. Okay, number 4. Know that you are the truth. I think this is even dangerous. This could lead to an egoistic behavior, doesn't it? Because if I think that I am the only truth, I'm not open to learn from other people. I'm not open to question my own opinions. I'm not willing to change anything on myself because I am the truth. I don't think this is a very good lesson for the morning. Number 5. You will be valued if you are doing what you are telling. Well, this depends on your action, right? If I say I will create a new music piece and everyone is waiting for and they are listening to it and I deliver a good quality, they probably like it or not. If I tell to somebody, hey, no worries, I will do that job. You don't need to worry, get for your vacation, when you're back, it's done. There probably you are valued. But also, you should not talk about what you are doing. You should do. There is nothing more precious if you come back from vacation and your colleague says, hey, it's done, not worry. You can start over with this. This is something. And also there, it is about the quality what you did do. I would turn this sentence around. Not you are valued for things you told to do. I would switch around. If you stand your word, you're valued. So if people say, okay, I got to deal with this one, and we did deal about this or that, it is not just what you spoke about, but what you too did deal about. And so if you keep your word, this is of course something what is a basic of loyalty, of trust. And this is not just value, it is trust. Because they know we got a deal and it is done, over and out. This is where I would sort this. But not you're telling to do something and expecting the other one to value your work. It doesn't work that way. Number 6. Who loves has no question. Just because I love somebody doesn't mean I have to agree on everything they are doing. And just because I love to do something doesn't mean I don't want to explore how to do it better. So just by feeling love, cutting every question, EA evolution, would be a quite stupid thing to do. Number 7. There is no path to luck. Luck is the path. Well, luck is nothing you can attract. Luck is nothing you can demand on. Luck is something what is happening, energy line which did emanate from actions you did, which did emanate from actions happening around you. So the better would be the more you understand around you, the more you can understand what will happen next. And if you know what will happen next, you can either prevent from doing bullshit, which would prevent you from success on whatsoever, or it can open the doors from things happening to your own benefit. But this is nothing happening by accident. And luck is something I very closely connect to happening by accident. There is nothing ever happening by accident. So these are my seven no-go labels in the morning. So let's step further to the Yin passage of 7. Let's start on number 1. Be proud on who you are. Yes and no. So in German, Jein. If you are all too proud about things you are doing, you're stopping evolution on yourself. So you can be proud on things you are doing, and you can celebrate by giving you a glass of red wine, by having a dinner, by having a party with friends about a success you just did do. But make sure to not stop on this point. Make sure to push forward, to evolve, to not take it as a given fact, but to take it as an inspiration to proceed on what you just successed on. So you may be proud on this, but not allow it to be a stagnation on your path. It's not a final goal, it's an intermediate goal. Secondly, see the light within the others. Yes, but it is not. I mean, there is many people, and especially here on this cards, I very often find this. There are people who just focus on the bright sides of people, so on the light energy of this people. But none of us is made of just light. I mean, bright light. You have to also see the shadows, and this is nothing negative. For example, if you got a workmate who is very sweet and friendly to you, but on the other side, when he is working, he is like a robot pushing through. This could be something what is perceived as a very negative way, as like a caterpillar crushing the porcelain shop, like a elephant running the porcelain shop. But on the other side, there are moments when exactly these people are helping you by being as they are. And this is something I always tell, not every dark spot on you is something negative. Something what can be disgusting or demanding in one moment can be a benefit, a glorious help on the other side. So you should see the light within the other people. But I would prefer to say, see the dark light or see the light, but I would include all the aspects of what this person is, and also including of you. So don't only look for your Akasha Chronics and your positive experiences in your life, pushing down all negativity and so on. No, you also have to face this negativity. You also have to face this dark emotions which can rise from the past, from your currently life or past life. So you have to see for the light. But this light has many, many colors, and also white and black. Number 3, stay focused in your focus. Well, that's a funny thing. Yes, staying focused is a basic thing to push forward and to dig deeper into your consciousness. And there was, in my beginning, when I started about meditations and when the first successes on that, I did face a skill which can be very demanding. Your consciousness is able to split into several levels. So the common wording would be not be detracted, but that's not the point. It's like a multi-level of your consciousness reacting on the same question. So if you're doing an invocation, for example, and you're full-sized focused onto this invocation, or if you're doing a mantra and your complete mind, daily mind, is focused onto this mantra, it may happen that you hear in your mind, like a talking, hey, by the way, last time when we did this meditation, I did sense here or there something, whatever so. Or in daily life, you suddenly understand things what are happening, and your inner voice is explaining you what did happen at that very point, what is the energy connection in between. So while you are full focused on one mantra or meditation, there might be several levels also working. And if you're conscious all of them, you are focused on many levels. So be prepared if this happens to you, because this may happen. There is also a way of meditating without any thought. But to be honest, I never met anybody who really makes it more than a few seconds. And that's naturally because our consciousness is always connected to information inside and outside. So to get your mind totally blank for more than a few seconds is near to impossible, if you ask me. Number 4, when your consciousness and your higher consciousness are one, you're happy. You see how this interlinks. In that case of be focused in your focus and this multi-layered communication, it is basically your higher self or your higher consciousness interacting within yourself while you are trying to keep up the mantra, for example. And if your higher consciousness and your consciousness, so your mundane consciousness, is one, you're happy. Yes and no. Because if I'm sitting, for example, at a computer and I'm working on a customer email and I'm full focused on handling this request, I am full focused with my daily consciousness onto that work. But if my energy consciousness, so my not daily life consciousness, is also active, let's say with astral senses, it is very difficult to unite them. And sometimes there is no possibility to unite it. And it takes a much work to get them together. And even then, what do you want? You can only do one thing or the other thing. So if you're working on astral skills, you're not able at the same time to reply on a request. If you're replying on a request, you're not able to dive into AstroWorks, at least not consciously at the same time. So, of course, you can split your consciousness like a tulpa, for example, if you're known with this word. So, a part of your energy body, yourself, is experiencing something through your higher consciousness on an astral plane while you're doing mundane stuff with your mundane consciousness. And but you cannot be at both places at the same time. The perception of both will just reunite as soon you go for meditation or for resting for sleep. And also you got two overlayering perceptions within one memory frame. There is no time, that's another discussion, but basically the experiences are overlaying on the same point of time. So I don't know, sometimes, so to get it a switch back, it is good if you're conscious about yourself, but not always it is good to be conscious about everything around you at the very same moment. So being conscious in daily life and being conscious on several planes. So your higher self and your mundane self and probably your magical self, if they are all united into one point, you probably also get many perceptions at the same point of time. And I don't know if this makes happy. I had some of these times. And this is quite complicated sometimes. So yes, makes you happy, cool. But sometimes I would just advise a little splitting. So every part of your consciousness is working on itself, reuniting later could be a less stressy thing to do. Number 5. Self-confidence is the biggest art. Yes. The more you did fight about self-consciousness, the more you did fight on being aware about who you are, what you are doing, your self-esteem, etc., etc. The more you can value as soon you understand who you truly are, because some things don't even care. Some things lose their meaning. So, yes, it is a high art to do so, and it is a hard way to go. You have to reflect about yourself purely. So, no, no pink flowers. You have to check on yourself merciless to see where is my black spots, where is my skills, what am I doing wrong, and therefore I'm doing it over and over and over again. And this is what you are doing. So it is a big, big path to go to reach on self-confidence. And when you made it, it's a big art. So yes, I would totally agree about. But it's not art in a way of I need a big ceremony to do so. It's a big art in doing your work, not to fear to really path through shit of your life. Just path on, you will make it. And as you did make it, as everything is solved, and as you understand where the points are which previously did stop you from further evolving, this is the art to push on, to step further. And this is what brings, in the end, the self-confidence. So, yeah, when yourself is in harmony with the everything, you are developing greatness. Yes, yes and no. It is basically the same about self-confidence and, yeah, as an art. It is the same thing. You have to understand who you are, what you are doing, and when you do so, you automatically connect your energy to the energy surrounding you. The more you connect to the universal energy around you, the more you will understand. And as you do, of course, other people would watch to you and they would say, whoa, what an energy. Yes, surely, because you are connected to the overall energy. But also this is giving a yin, because as you are able to connect to the energy which is surrounding to you, to understand who you are, to understand how to develop your skills, you're spreading a certain aura. This is what other people sometimes may feel as a greatness. So this is an aura you're getting. But as I prefer to say, I'm nothing special. I'm just me. I'm just Thai, and yeah, that's simply me. So this is something what prevents you from getting an ego trip, a god complex, as I would say. We are all gods, but I don't need to stand on a mountain and yell down, I'm a god. No, I'm just me. I'm doing my work. I try to understand. I try to evolve. And this is what is a little yin when it comes to the sentence. If your self is in harmony with the everything, so with a big dragon or with the world kundalini, if you want, so however you name it, you develop true greatness. This is something what is happening, but the true greatness, so having a big character, a strong aura, etc., etc., is nothing you should carry like a rope. You should know about, and you should always try to work on. So greatness, yes, to other people, but on yourself, stay humble, work further, try on involvement, and not stop about that. Number 7. Everything comes out of one light. I will make it short. Which one light? I leave it by that, because there we get for the point again, if people are just searching for the bright sides of spirituality, they will not get into their own deepest shadows. And also the world is not the most sunny place at all. It's not all about sunshine, dearies. So if everything comes from the one light, I say yes, absolutely. But which light? To those who want to dig into that question a little more, I would advise get yourself my book, get it as a print or get it as an ebook. As an ebook, it's not much of an investment, but this could cast some light onto this one. So this about my yin and my never ever. I also found you 7, which I totally agree about. And this is my top 7. Act, not only react. That's pretty to the bone. It is everything what you're doing is, it may success, it may not success, but if you are doing it not out of reaction, but out of will, you will step further on it. So, but if you are only in reaction, you're in defensive mode, and you have to get into active mode. And this is what, especially that sentence, act, not react, points out. Wonderful sentence. It made my morning. So, and the next one, number 2. The way you are spreading outside, spread inside as well. Learn to create balance. This is wonderful. This is the very tone of inner and outer dragon. I mean, if I am talking much, and you know me, I am a very, very communicative person. I'm discussing, I'm questioning, I'm supporting, I'm always in any kind of communication. be sure I'm in the same way communicating with myself. I'm questioning myself. I'm supporting myself. That's why all the challenge this year. And to unite the outer action and the inner action is a melting point. You have to feel it when both sides get together. There is a silence appearing. I don't know how to give this into words. By all my speaking, I don't know how to give it into words. So if the action in your outside is the same quality as the action in your inside, both becomes united. And in this unification, there is a silence. And in this silence, there is understanding about things beyond any human scale, which even lacks, as you see, my words. So yes, I totally agree about that. Number 3, let's be conscious about the power of our souls. Yes, we are more than a physical body. And as soon you are conscious about that, as soon you understand that you are not just, some sparkling cells in your brain naming your first name, which you are born with, and you're just pushing through your life. And no, you are an entity hosting that shell. And you're responsible for this shell. It's like building a house and living within. You are responsible for this shell, this body you're living in. But basically, your soul is your very essence. And it is, as soon you know who you are, that's power. And I couldn't agree more about. So, yeah, let's understand and let's see how strong our soul is, basically. Number 4, you are as you are. Wonderful. I mean, we are able to change. There are things happening in life and we disbehave and we feel sorry, or we do something well and we are happy about and we celebrate, and that's pretty okay. Nobody is perfect, and nobody demands you to be perfect. It is all about trying, not to give up, to proceed, to go on. And you are as you are is a very rooting mindset, because it prevents you from digging into self-judgment like I'm a loser, I just lost my job, I just lost my girlfriend, I just was. No. And on the other side, it also prevents you from I'm being perfect, I'm being everybody, I rule everything. No, you are the balance in between. You know your power, but you also know your weakness. And this is basically nailed down in this sentence. You are who you are. Wonderful. Number 5. What you are creating is reality. Great. I love this sentence. What you are creating is reality does mean you are responsible for your action. You can consider a situation as a nasty part of your life. But in that case, you have to find a solution how to transform it, how to erase the problems around you, how to make it happen to get a better impact on your life, on your successes on your life. And also, what you are creating is what is giving your surrounding. So yes, you are the creator of your work. And that's same about your body. So if you demand all too much from your physical shell, you have to calculate that there will be some damages. You should make sure to eat in a healthy way, to move enough, to not overload in alcohol or whatever drugs, and also about cigarettes or bad nutrition, for example. You have to make sure that your body is getting that nutrition or care it needs to be most best healthy. If you don't do so, reality will be that you get some sicknesses and that you have to handle these sicknesses. You did create the pattern to make your body sick in most cases, not every cases, but most cases. So you did create the reality. Same about jobs, same about parships. So that what you are creating is your reality is a totally agree sentence to me. Number 6. Be conscious about the power of a once spoken word. This is something people totally forget. Some people are not speaking at all. This is quite demanding because how can you exchange if you're not speaking? But if you are speaking, that's the other side. As soon you're speaking, you're unsettling it into the world. And it doesn't mean if you're speaking it into in your silent mind, so as the one who is not speaking at all but thinking all the time about, or if you're somebody like me, for example, sitting here and telling you something, then I'm speaking it out loudly. It is a word spoken. So either in astral, so in mind, or in a verbally, physically spoken word to your ears. It is a word spoken. A word spoken is an energy. An energy is impacting to somebody. And however this one is taking this word will give the guideline what is happening next. So you cannot take back a spoken word. Some people try while they are blaming on somebody, and 2 seconds later, oh, I'm sorry, and I don't mean it this way, and no, it doesn't work. Think before you're getting nasty to somebody. Because if I tell you you have no idea and you're a bloody stupid, this is the first thing in your mind, anchoring. No matter how sweet and caring and explaining I would be right after that. This is, by the way, if I remember right, it's a sentence you find in a Kabbalistic teaching as well. There was a rabbi telling about the pillow. I don't know the stories. If you find it, feel free to write it down below. A rabbi talking to a woman, and a woman was telling something in a bad way, and he said it's like a pillow with feathers filled. If you open a window and you cut this pillow open, all the feathers will be spread by the wind, and you never can pick all them back. And this is about a spoken word. This is exactly what is happening if you're thinking in a negative way about somebody, or if you're talking about a negative way. By the way, also if you're doing this in a positive way, is also something what is in the world. So the sentence, great, make yourself conscious how powerful words are as once they are spoken. Last but not least, number 7. Number 7, I totally agree, is have a consciousness for the big things and the small things. Couldn't be more esoteric, occult, energy connected. It's basically the sentence, as above, so below. As inside, so outside of you. So the consciousness of the little things causing the big things, and big things which are also creating little things. This is a typical thing. And everything what is happening in higher realms may also happen in lower realms. So get conscious about things as well in the big frame and in the small frames. So this about Yogi Tea. I will read you a few more step by step, but this was my 21 of Yogi Tea, number 1, best of Yogi Tea. And you will, as far I reach for this, you will always get a no-go, maybe, and absolutely check from my side. I wish you a wonderful one and see you next time.